This video is very kindly sponsored by DistroKid. I'll be talking about them more later in the video. Oh god, I wasn't expecting the tears to be out of this video. Hello, welcome to this video. My name's Dan, aka Lucent. I'm a music producer and songwriter, and today I'm going to be reacting to If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power by Halsey. Let's go. So if you've been following the channel, then you'll know that there's been a bit of a thing with this album, so we'll see how it goes. My Halsey journey so far, so I checked out her album Manic on the channel a few months ago, which I really liked. But like loads of people have been talking about this new one because it's quite different. It's very concept-y by the looks of it. There's like a whole movie. I can't get hold of the movie yet, so we're just doing the music. So I'm quite interested to see what direction it's going to go and how arty it is and how much I can kind of dig into the lyrics and, you know, all my favourite stuff. But before we get started, if you're new here, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. And also, I have got a release date for my song. So finally, so I put a demo out like months ago for this song, and I worked really hard on making a final version, and that version is releasing on the 19th of October. I know it's a bit far in advance, but yeah, I'm mentioning it now because you can pre-save it. I'll put the link in my description. That'd be an amazing way to help the channel and to help me, obviously. That'd be lovely. Thanks. Okay, so let's get on to our sponsor. This video has been very kindly sponsored by DistroKid, and if you've never heard of them, they're a music distribution company. They distribute music to Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, etc., all of the big streaming services, and it's necessary. You can't just upload stuff to Spotify, you need a distribution company. So if you're a musician and you're looking for a company to go with, I would really recommend DistroKid. Before they even sponsored me, I've been using them, and I've had a really good experience with them. And they have like a whole bunch of like additional features, one of which is actually very appropriate to this. They actually help you get an official artist channel on YouTube. When you look at my name, it says Lucent, and then it has a little note next to it, and that defines an official artist channel, and it gives you different features on your YouTube studio and stuff. And the musician plan is $19.99 a year, but with my VIP code you can get 7% off. So if you do fancy signing up for DistroKid, please do so through my link. So without any further ado, let's get on to the video. I'm quite excited about this one. There's been a lot of hype. So song number 1, this is The Tradition. Okay, starting off with like a grand piano arrangement. Okay, she's easy on the eye. We dress it up and make it look pretty. Something really dark about this girl. Yeah, broken. Ooh. Feels like they're taking from this girl. Like maybe it's how she feels in the public eye. But it's just tradition. I love that piano. That note adds quite a lot of extra attention to it, doesn't it? Yeah. So she's putting on a brave face, but in reality, she's sad. Yeah, maybe it's about women, maybe it's about feminism, because she's saying like it's tradition, you know. Yeah, I think it is a feminist message. But it's kind of depressing, isn't it? It has a lot of doom to it, you know. Yeah, asking for forgiveness but never for permission. They realise they've done something wrong, but they don't stop themselves before, you know. Oh, I like that, like the permission tradition, like that as a rhyme is quite interesting. Ooh, it sounds quite cinematic. It sounds like a movie, doesn't it? Oh, and it carries straight on. But before we go on, let's chat about this song quick. Very cinematic opening to the album, kind of really sets up the mood. It has like an element of, I don't know, fantasy. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's the strings. It kind of feels Game of Thronesy, doesn't it? Yeah. Maybe it's in the way the piano is like arranged. It kind of feels dark. Yeah, it gives it this kind of doomed kind of feeling. And the story of it is this girl who is like super depressed and crying, but she's putting on a brave face. She's being dressed up in amazing fashions and in golden crowns and being praised, but everyone's taking what they want from her, abusing this girl and asking for forgiveness after the fact rather than actually asking for permission to take from her, you know? Maybe she's reflecting on herself in the industry to then reflect upon women's position in the industry as well. Yeah. Isn't she got a baby? Has she given birth yet? Because obviously she must have written this while she was pregnant. So maybe it's like her ruminating on like bringing somebody into the world, thinking, oh, if I have a girl, is this how she's going to be treated? So this one already started. This is Bells in Santa Fe. Santa Fe's in California, right? Anyway, song number 2. Cynthia. Okay. I like this building. Ooh, cool. Don't Call Me By My Name. Hi, Little Nas. All of this is temporary. Oh, watch as I slip away for your sake. Is that what she said? Ooh, okay. She's leaving. I love this building, like synth, piano, harpsichord, something. Fortified defense, 425 reasons. I like that. Yeah, maybe reflecting on her child again. And like, you wouldn't even realise that I've left. Maybe she can balance her life with her daughter, seems to be a little girl. Wow, but she feels guilty. She thinks maybe she'll go to hell for not maybe looking after her daughter. I don't know. Ooh, I like the instrumentation. Very cool. Not been any drums. It's all temporary. Maybe she's finding some happiness in the fact that it's temporary, you know? Very cool. Ooh, what's happening? Ooh. Oh my god. Ooh. Oh my god. So are all these songs just gonna go all the way through? I kind of feel bad for stopping because I want to continue. Oh my god. Wow, okay. What a way to end that song. Kind of feels like this like impending doom is like threatening throughout the song. Like this bass kind of goes and then stops. It's almost like it's being held back. But it's building, isn't it? The whole song simmers all the way right up until that last bit where that bass, which sounds like the doom, it sounds like the darkness, just gets more and more and more, and it gets more and more distorted, and it starts drowning out her voice. It's like it's overtaking her, you know. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what it's about. You'll have to let me know what she said and let me know what your theories are as well. But to me, it kind of like the chorus made it sound like she was, you know, I'm gonna hold you in the dark. You wouldn't even notice me depart. It kind of seems like maybe she's putting her baby down to sleep and she's making sure she does it in the dark so the baby doesn't know that she's gone. And that makes me think that maybe she is feeling guilt for leaving the baby to work. And maybe this is her reflection on like the fact that she is trying to balance a family life and working. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Okay, so that was dark. Let's go on to the next song. This is song number 3. This is Easier Than Lying. Ooh, drums for the first time in a while. A bit more rocky. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Whoa, okay. This is weird. Oh, cool. Undivided hypertension. It's kind of mad, this song, isn't it? It's a little bit more difficult to pinpoint all the lyrics. There's a lot of angst, though, isn't there? It's easy for you, after all. Maybe she's raging against somebody that she knows who seems to have it easy. The production on this is so brave, isn't it? And the instrumentation and the arrangement. Very cool. Losing you is easier than lying to myself. Maybe it's the breakup of a relationship with someone, lying to yourself about the relationship. Yeah, so different to the previous songs. Feels like to me she's raging against the world, you know? God, those guitars are so overblown and just, it's a lot, isn't it? Oh my god. Well, okay. Jesus. That was, okay, it's a very different song from the previous one. Yeah, she's really raging in that song. It's like an explosion of angst in the music, in the lyric. She's kind of raging against somebody saying, it's easier for you, I'm struggling. And then she says, losing you is easier than lying to myself. That made me think maybe it's about relationship. How I'd relate to it would be like if I was letting go of somebody that wasn't good for me. At that point, it's like I'm exhausted of lying to myself and trying to tell myself that it's going to work out when I know it's not. But I'm not sure how that correlates with the rest of the lyric. But yes, certainly pissed off at the world. Let me know what you think about it. Let's go on to the next one. Halsey. See, I'm saying it right today. I kept on saying Halsey instead of Halsey, and my friend keeps on telling me off. Let's go on to song number 4. This is Lilith. Cool. More grounded drums here. Sounds kind of like hip-hoppy. Perfection when it comes to first Okay. Interesting. Kind of rap style lyrics almost. Wow. She's pretty down on herself though, isn't she? Yeah. Maybe she's reflecting on the relationship that she was talking about, kind of saying how she messed it up herself. Okay. She's kind of talking about all of her flaws, you know, in a really negative way. I wonder why it's called Lilith. The more that you give away, the more you have. That's like a kind of rumination on relationships, isn't it, I think? She broken? Wow, that's cool. Oh my god. Next song. Okay. Oh my god, that was really cool. To end a song like she's kind of got stuck, like, that glitching out was threatening throughout the song, because every time she said that she was corrupted, there was like, you know, it was almost like foreshadowing her completely breaking down. And a lot of the lyrics seem to actually represent that. She's very self-destructive in these lyrics. Like, she's kind of listing all these problems that she has, all these anxieties that she has, all the reasons that she messes things up. And then at the end, it kind of feels like it's the straw that broke the camel's back. She's finally broken. Very, very, very cool. Oof, yeah, really cool. I'm going to add that one to my current vibes. Yeah, basically I have a Spotify playlist going, and it's basically all the songs that I'm really into at the moment, like all the stuff that's inspiring me, including a lot of stuff from churches at the moment. So if you want to follow that Spotify playlist, it's in the description. Cool. Okay, let's go on to the next song. This is Girl Is a Gun. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Cool. I love this production. Shit, it's like Naughty's garage, isn't it? Cool. I love this. The beat of this is so sick. Cool. Yeah. Reflecting on a relationship again as this person who is maybe hungry for power. This is the thing, innit? If I don't want love, I want power. She's letting go of the relationship and pursuing power. And the gun is that kind of metaphor. Powerful but destructive. Yeah. This is sick. I want to know who produced this. It's like Chase and Status. This reminds me of them. This cup is overflowing with the same damn problems. There's a lot of this kind of traditional, religious, Bible-esque lyricism. It's quite clever. It throws throughout all of the songs. Cool. Wow. Yeah, love that. Yeah. Oof. I think that's my favorite one so far. That is like really cool. I'm gonna add that one to the playlist as well. Like, I wasn't expecting a rhythm like that. I wasn't expecting a, you know, Naughty's reference like that. You know, really, really, really cool. Yeah, because production-wise, it didn't feel solely electronic. It felt kind of dry, although the rhythm of it was very of hyper dance electro vibes. So it gives it a different flavour. Yeah, really cool. I love the religious iconography, and it really does feel like she is letting go of the love for the power. You know, she talks about like, oh, you'll be better off with a nice girl anyway. And this girl has a gun, and it's this whole metaphor for herself being powerful yet destructive. You know, she's moving on from the last song where she was wallowing in it a bit, and then forming this hard shell and just moving on and taking her power, you know, dark but powerful at the same time. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Very Game of Thronesy. Like in its themings, isn't it? You know, and all the imagery I've seen from it is very of that kind of vibe as well. It's really cool. Yeah, I'm really impressed so far. It's really artistic, you know. We're having a September heatwave over in England. Apologies for this break in our schedule of regular programming, but I had to cool down my back, which was very sweaty. Okay, let's go to the next song. This is song number 6. This is You Asked for This. Cool. This sounds like kind of busted. Not anymore. Okay. Interesting. Go on and be a big girl. Oh, okay. You asked for the fame, you asked for the job, you asked for the power, and now you have to deal with it. I love this mood in this verse. It does kind of have an element of that, like, kind of Naughty's pop rock vibes, you know, bit Nirvana, bit Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's the life that lies ahead, yeah. It's not as easy to pick out all the lyrics in this song, actually. I think that might be down to how it's produced. Everyone's gonna drown you out. Maybe it's another reflection on being female in the industry. You know, you asked for the power, now you have to have all the shit that comes with it. Yeah. Quite a dark story. Wow, shit. She wants everything. Shit, wow. Really dark. I like the change in tempo here. Wow. Ooh, that's really cool. Sorry, I've like totally spaced off. This is really cool. I love the use of that filter there. It feels like it's underwater. Wow, okay. Yeah, you asked for this. Oh, God, there's so much darkness just in that lyric, isn't there? You asked for this. Now you have to deal with the repercussions. I feel like for me, it does feel like a reflection of her kind of having to deal with the drawbacks of power. Maybe as a female in the industry, you know, she has sacrificed a lot for her success. I get this image of like her parents like putting her out into the world and kind of saying, you wanted this career, so now you have to deal with the consequences. It's like harsh. It's dark, isn't it? Dark and twisty, kind of central meaning. It's kind of unsettling, isn't it? You know, you asked for this. I like it. Let's go on to the next song. Let's go to the next song. This is song number 7. This is Darling. I hope this is nicer. Really can't remember where I left my spine. That's cool. The lyricism is really complex. It almost feels like maybe like a story of her entire life. Do you know what I mean? This is really beautiful. There's a place for me. Ever since a little girl I found it sweet. This is nice. I feel like she's reflecting on her, you know, growing up. I love the guitar. There's a place for me. Feels like she's singing to her baby, doesn't it? Don't you cry. Maybe she's hopeful for a better world for her daughter. You have shown me how to love being alive. Oh my God. Kidnap all the stars and I will keep them in your eyes. Oh, that's so nice. Feels like her baby has given her a new perspective. There's a place the baby's given her a place in the world. Oh my God. See you in your dreams. I'll see you in your dreams. Oh my God, that's so sweet. To love being alive. I love that. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so glad that there's like a more positive song. Oh my God, it feels like up until this point in the album she's been spiraling and kind of losing it. Maybe it is following her life. Do you know what I mean? It kind of feels like she's maybe got to this point where she's kind of sacrificed so much for her career and feels like a dead end, but then miraculously this savior comes, and that savior is her little baby, and she sings this like a little lullaby, you know, to them, and like rocking them to sleep. Don't you cry, now that you're here there is a place for me in the world. Oh God, isn't that so, oh that's so beautiful. I love that. Yeah, and like only that last lyric, but only you have shown me how to love being alive. It's like she was depressed and lost, having to deal with the ramifications of her choices, and then she has this baby and they teach her how to love like life again. Oh dear. Oh, the tears are out. I wasn't expecting the tears to be out of this video. God, I love it. Oh my God, it feels like we've had a bit of a turning point in the album. Let's see where it goes. This is song number 8. This is 1121. I don't know what that is. If it's something I should know, tell me. I won't die for love. I won't die for love. Okay, maybe it's like burying her old self. I can't tell actually, what was actually my anxiety and what I just kind of made up. Ooh, nice. Oh, I would break it for you. You could have it hard and I would just break it for you. So you can forget me. Oh. Don't leave me in the shape you left me. Just leave me in the place you found me, safe and soundly. Maybe this is a new relationship where she feels like she's actually found real love. Yeah, it's kind of a bit fatalistic, but still feels like on a more positive streak. Maybe she's uncertain about this love, but she is devoted either way. She says she won't die for love, but ever since I met you, I would break my heart in two, just give it to you. I think maybe she's scared that they're going to leave her. Maybe she's scared that she's going to leave them. Maybe this is the father of her child that she's writing this song about, and now kind of these new anxieties have come to light because of the context of them having a child together, and kind of thinking, you know, if you were to leave me, I would be completely heartbroken because you would take part of my heart with you now that we've created this thing together. That's my interpretation, at least. Yeah, I really like it. The imagery of her like burying her old body at the beginning is really cool. And maybe that does link into the story of her like finding something new, because she's saying, you know, I used to be kind of messed up and broken and couldn't hold down a relationship, but now I'm in this new kind of situation. I'm burying the old body. I'm looking at these anxieties. I don't know which ones I made up and which ones were real. Looking back at that and thinking, who was I? Who am I now? Could I cope without this person? It's kind of dark, but she's still burying her past. She's still moving on. Yeah. I'm so sweaty on my back, even in my crack. Let's go on to the next song. This is song number 9. This is Honey. Okay. Such an interesting mix of references, you know? Okay, she crawled into my mouth. Now she's on the tip of my tongue. Baby, I think. I won't regret it because it's sweet. Yeah, it's like the dark and the, you know, maybe it's like reflecting on how she's kind of blinkered when it comes to her child, you know. I'll ignore the blood in my mouth because of the honey, you know, the sweet taste. She's mean and she's mine. Maybe it's not about a baby. I don't know. Like this. Oh, yes. Yeah. The imagery's kind of dark though, isn't it? Like filling up her mouth, she mentions blood, down her throat, you know, it's like all encompassing, yeah. Maybe she's not talking about her daughter. You have to let me know. Very cool. Well, yeah, interesting. I'm not 100% sure what that one is referring to. Like the sweet, like honey, it makes me kind of feel like her baby is like all encompassing. Like she's, you know, has this child now in her life, and it's like she could do nothing wrong. Do you know what I mean? There's again like some really dark lyricism in there, like this kind of almost imagery that kind of feels almost suffocating, that she says she's mean and she's mine. I don't know whether she's referring to her child or somebody else. Whoever she's referring to, she's very much like filtered in her opinion of them. So it's kind of dark but kind of beautiful at the same time. Yeah, it's cool. It's very cool. Yeah, lyricism is really complex and really different. Her references are really complex and very different, but every song feels like it continues throughout this theming. Let's go on to song number 10. This is Whispers. Okay, slowing down. Gothic. You did not? Is that what she's saying? You sabotage the things you love the most. You're composing a lie. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Yeah, wow. This could be a synonym for social media, you know? Maybe she's like experiencing postnatal depression, or I'm not sure. She's spiraling a bit in this song. Sabotaging things to feed these lies that she's composing. I love that as a lyric. It's the voices in her head that are undermining her reality, you know. Beautifully made. This is really, really, really nicely done. Wow. Oh, I got chills. Oh. Wow. Wow. So good. The whispers seem to be the voices in her head telling her she's not good enough, telling her that she doesn't want what she wants, telling her to fill the space in her bed with another man. I don't know, pushing her to cultivate this lie, you know, rather than live her truth. I was at the beginning, I was kind of thinking maybe it was like a synonym for social media. I think that's maybe how I relate to it. Certainly anxious, certainly really questioning herself, and almost like letting the whispers in her head feed the lies, you know. It's, yeah, such a cool examination of anxiety. This album is really cool, really different. It feels unique. Didn't expect that from her. Though I suppose Manic had a lot of those kind of hallmarks. Halsey marks. It feels like she's kind of really brought it all together. Feels like she's had a lot more kind of artistic vision with this album. Let's go on to song number 11. This is I'm Not a Woman, I'm a God. This was the single, I believe. I haven't heard it though. Cool. The mixing on this is quite interesting. Like often the voice is quite far back. I just want to feel something, tell me where to go. Better alone. Wow. This is interesting. Never listen, but I see it with my eyes closed. Maybe she's kind of examining her humanity, isn't she? You know, maybe changing her name, maybe having the name Halsey gives her like this godlike status. Yeah, huh. Maybe this is the epitome of her finding her power. You know, she'd say, I'm not a legend, I'm a fraud. This is very different, isn't it? I wasn't expecting this from like the single. I was expecting something a bit more poppy. Yeah, I'm not a legend, I'm a fraud. Yeah. Wow. She kind of like is saying that she's part of the problem. Maybe it's, I don't know. I'm not a woman, I'm a god. I'm not a martyr, I'm the problem. I'm not sure what she said there. I'm not a legend, I'm a fraud. She's kind of contradicting herself there. You know, she's not, I'm not a woman, I am a god, but I'm not a legend, I'm a fraud. You know, it's kind of maybe examining her own humanity on like such a kind of like deep level that like she's seeing her place in the world as almost godlike, but not because it's fraudulent. I don't know. Maybe it's her examining her almost like alter ego as Halsey. He is this pop star and kind of saying it gives her this godlike status, but it's all a lie at the same time. Interesting, yeah. Not my favourite song on the album though. I'm not sure if that all kind of came together for me. Let me know what your interpretation of the song is, because yeah, I'm not sure. Let's go on to the penultimate song. This is song number 12. This is The Lighthouse. Lighting the way. Oh. Interesting. Nobody hears me scream. Huh. It's kind of a lot of heavy rock elements to this album, isn't there? Kind of punk. Huh. Wow. Okay, so she's left this person on the beach. Huh. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because this lighthouse is like not seeing her for whatever reason. Huh. This wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I'm not feeling this one as much. Oh, okay. So maybe it's her reflecting on the darkness of her past and what she's learnt from it. But maybe she's not there yet. You know, that having the devil as part of her, like she's been through the darkness. Has it gone to the next song yet? And the waves come crashing down. Kind of feels very almost like a folk tale, doesn't it? I mean, even the album cover is Game of Thrones. Interesting outro. Oof, okay. Wow, okay. And the waves come crashing down. Feels like she's telling this like almost like a sea shanty or like an ancient story, and the waves come crashing down. It feels very biblical, doesn't it? You know, very clever in that kind of repeated phrasing there. Biblical proportions. That's the kind of the vibes I'm getting from this whole album. Medieval, old religion, but she's almost like she's the queen of this old, like alternate fictional history. That's the soundscape, you know, sits in its own world almost, you know, and yet she's telling stories of herself. Yeah, incredible actually. When I really think about it, that is just so artfully done within pop music. It's amazing to hear stuff like this. Before we move on to the final song of the album, if you got this far into the video, then I feel like you should consider subscribing. It's an easy click. Just click on down there. Also, yes, don't forget to pre-save my song. The link's in the description. Okay, let's go on to the final song of the album. This is Ya Abani. I don't know what it's supposed to say. Let me know how it's supposed to be said. Yes, this is song number 13. Let's do it. The moments that I never got to spend with you. Oh. Love you more in morning. Oh, I love you I like that. Lyrically, nicely done. I love that. Beautiful imagery, the sun and the moon, and you know, it's very grounded, earthy. Yeah, oh, that's cute. Oh, so she's looking at her baby and saying, like, seeing herself. She's kind of saying, like, she shouldn't reveal these insecurities and fears for her child to her child. Take me for all I'm worth. I swear I'd give you anything. See my youth in you. I love that. That's so nice, isn't it? I love that. Yeah, it's making her very connected to the earth and grounded and philosophical, and it's given her a place in the world, I think. Yeah, wow. I love that, yeah. Wow, okay. Yeah, so ending the album again with a reflection with her daughter, saying that she's seeing her eyes in her eyes. She's seeing her youth in her baby's face and thinking that, you know, maybe through my DNA, passing down to you, you pass it down to somebody else, that we could live forever, you know? It's like she's had this child and it's making her contemplate things on an extremely deep level, giving her a connection to the past, the present, the future, the earth, the sun and the moon and the stars, you know, those sorts of things. It's as old as the human race, you know, this idea that our DNA will be passed down forever. Maybe that means that we live forever, you know. So cool to hear that contemplated within a pop song, and really, really cool way to end the album, and because it's all been very much reflections of herself, reflections of her position before she had a baby, maybe after the anxieties, worrying for her baby, worrying for herself, convinced that she's a terrible person until she meets this baby and it changes everything for her. And yet she's still not rid of the depression and the fear, you know, it's all still there, but maybe it's like now she can deal with it. But anyway, yeah, such an accomplished piece of work. The way in which the lyrics and the visuals and the soundscapes, the production, the arrangements, all kind of feed into this like idea of religion, of history, tradition. It just has so many kind of nuances, feeds into like an entire world that she's created. And I feel like the imagery, if it matches the album cover, it's gonna really, really feed into this world that she's created. It does feel so cinematic, so accomplished, so well done. I feel like my only criticism would be that she's let go of the pop elements of it. I'd never consider any of them catchy. Do you know what I mean? I don't think she was going for that at all. That's probably just a personal preference thing because I am a pop singer-songwriter and I love pop music. Overall, I'm incredibly impressed. I have to see the movie to see if that really does work on all levels. But yeah, make sure to let me know what you think of the album because I'm really interested to hear like what your opinions of it are. I can imagine it split quite a few people down the middle, so make sure to leave a comment. I've replied to all the comments, by the way, so I'm excited to really get into the discussion and really discuss this album with you guys. Cool. Okay, so before we finish, let's go on to the song of the week. So for my song of the week this week, I'm going to be picking Florence and the Machine once again. I know I've done Florence and the Machine a few times, but you know what? I love a lot of her songs. And this song is Queen of Peace. It's from her third album, which was a very different album for her, like a real turning point in terms of her music. This song, I'm not 100% sure what it's about, but the way it's orchestrated, the way it's arranged, it's just so grand and so epic and just kind of really kind of fills me with this feeling of like gravitas that I really like, but it's in a very different way to a lot of her other songs. I love the marching, the opening is beautiful. This was so brilliant live as well. So yeah, that's Queen of Peace by Florence and the Machine. I will add it to my Song of the Week playlist and I'll leave the link in the description. Cool. Thank you so much for tuning in to the end of the video. I will see you next week for another reaction. Cool. Bye.